interesting facet of my life has been the way I developed my relationships with conductors that I worked under. But one small incident exemplifies how he looked at me in a way that words can't do justice to. I get called at the green room, the famous green room. Mr. Ormandy wants to see you. These last few weeks, I've wanted you out of my orchestra. But now I would like you to become my assistant solo violist. Life is indeed strange. Well, it was indeed strange. He says, 2 conditions. 1, you have to resign from the union committee. 2, you have to get long, high socks, because the ladies are complaining to me that they see your legs because you're wearing short socks instead of the calf-high socks that were required. So I said, well, it depends on how much money you're going to give me, whether I can afford the socks. The other part, he didn't know it. I had already resigned from the union. So there's a lot of fear in the relationship with the guy on the podium and the little person. In order to fend myself off when Ormandy would be having one of his frequent fits, I would take my viola out from under my chin and put it on my lap and take out a handkerchief and start assiduously and quietly cleaning my fingerboard under the strings, which can be done to get the excess rosin off, or the strings themselves. Just working that, looking down, straight down, while he's haranguing the viola section, looking down as if to make the message, you're talking about those guys? It's nothing to do with me. I'm perfect, so to speak. Yell at them, I'm just going to clean my strings. That was the unheard message I was trying to deliver. And at one point, I think, as I remembered, I realized that he was talking somehow subliminally. He was talking to the viola section. And so that entered my consciousness, and without really thinking about it much, I looked up and I said, pardon me? And he looked down at me and says, not you, not you, not you. I didn't know what that was all about, but I got to the green room, and the guys crowded around me, and they say, what the blank do you have on this guy? They never saw anything like that happen. There's never been anything like it, where a conductor backs down from a criticism from some guy who thinks he was criticized. No, not you, not you. God forbid. So I love that memory. At one point in my history in the orchestra, the personnel manager was retiring. And it's a plum job because you get to play and walk around and chastise guys for chewing gum or talking in the back of a section and get double pay. And speculation was rife. Who's going to get it? And this went on for weeks and weeks. And one day I was driving home from work with Anshel, the aforementioned concertmaster of the orchestra. And he said to me, Alan, let me tell you something. I said, what is it, Anshel? He says, you know, they're still doing that search for the replacement for Henry Schmidt as personnel manager. You'll never believe who he came up with. I said, what is it, Anshel? You. I said, you gotta be kidding me, Anshel. Here's what he said. He said, Iglitzin would be okay for the job, but he would not do what I need him to do against the men in the orchestra. I could not be co-opted, and he knew it. And Anshel quoted that to me, so that's no secondhand story. That is the story.